Hi everyone, so today we're doing a follow-up video to the unboxing of the Xbox 360. We're going to refurbish this, make sure that the capacitors are all okay and not leaking, and replace the thermal paste. I just wanted to talk about this PlayStation 3 before we started this video. This PlayStation 3 is going to be a part of a giveaway in the next video. We'll talk about the details and everything at the end. But yeah, we'll refurbish this, and we want to try to include as many people as we can. But yeah, we'll talk about this at the end. Now, this Xbox 360 is on one of the earlier dashboards. It's a Xenon. They're really, how do I put this? Subject to the red ring of death. And even though you do the thermal paste and be as careful as possible, it still may happen. So I've only turned this on a couple of times, but I want to make sure it's safe to continue to be turned on and try a game. Once we get this process done, the only game I have is Tony Hawk American Wasteland. So we're going to turn that on. Hopefully it doesn't try to push an update and we can see it play some games. Originally, the hard drive was the point of failure, giving us the red ring of death. So if we unplugged it, the console would turn on. But like we said, we want to make sure it's safe. So yeah, let's start disassembling it. Yeah, that always feels weird. Okay. And if you're wondering, I'm just using an iFixit kit. These things are really helpful. Start with the, oops, drop my screwdriver. Start with the bottom. And you have to be very careful with the plastic. This is almost 20 years old. I've taken apart a lot of these consoles and either these top plates crack, or when you get into these push pins back here, the actual case cracks. So I'm going to be very gentle here. So on this last one, I find this like pointy bit really helpful. You can get it under this foot without having to take it off and pop the foot off. And it's like nothing happened. Okay. And I'm not going to go through and use IPA and try to get this label off perfectly. I'm just going to cut it. on these, you want to be very careful. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to pop these. Just find something thin and pop the tabs. So once you get these first 5, press on the fan side by the AV port or HDMI port, and the fan shroud should pop off. Okay, that should be the side housing. No. Take off the disk drive sticker. And then there's 6 screws we got to remove. Now I shouldn't be surprised, but that is the cleanest Xbox 360 that I've ever seen. Oh, and looking at it, some of those capacitors are bulging a little bit. I didn't want to replace those, but just to be safe, we're going to. Okay. So then let's get this hard drive out, or disk drive. There's a little like warranty foil tape holding it in. Oh, that doesn't come off. What is holding that on? Usually they're not stuck like this. Oh well. These little pins on the back of it. We're catching on the PCB. And then for the fan shroud, I just use a Phillips screwdriver. Might need a thinner one. Let's see. There we go. Take the fan connector off. My gosh, that is the cleanest Xbox 360 fan I've ever seen. Usually they're all caked up with dust and they've been in a house with a smoker and they get nasty quick. Oh, yeah, so we definitely have leaky capacitors. Let me just make sure these are the correct ones that I have. So 2200, 3.6 volt. $2,200, 3.6 volt, or 6.3 volts. Okay, so we're good there. And you really want to pull these off. It's hard to see, but by grabbing the plastic, not by grabbing the wires. Whoop, just fill out. And the rest of these shorter screws, I'm not sure how many there are. These are all the motherboard screws. So we need to remove those and the X-clamp screws. Once again, that is the cleanest heatsink I've ever seen. They are never in this condition used. It's crazy. Okay, so let's get these X-clamps off. So my method to doing this is not as, not as safe as using those removal tools. But I just get a screwdriver, put my thumb in front of it, just to make sure that if I do slip, it goes into my thumb. And just kind of turn, and it pops off. Do that for all 8. Okay, let's see how bad this thermal paste is. Oh, that one wasn't even fully attached. It probably cracked. And by cracked, I mean the thermal. Sorry, the camera died. Or overheated, didn't die. But we pulled the CPU heatsink off, and now we need to get the GPU heatsink off. So usually don't put a lot of pressure on these. I usually twist a little bit, and it helps break that old thermal paste, and then it should come up pretty easily. So this one didn't just pop off, so the thermal paste could have been okay, but the stuff is like rubberized and very old, so we're gonna replace it. One thing to look at if you're ever refurbishing one of these or opening up a personal console, when the CPU and GPU dies turn purple, they have a lot of hours on them and they've been played pretty extensively with improper cooling. But these are nice and silver, so this is a really good console. Okay, so looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. While the camera was cooling down, I looked at the rest of the caps, and they all look fine minus these 13. These ones are actually leaking. So we're going to replace those just to be safe. I may replace a couple more. I think I have 15 or 16. But yeah, we definitely need to get these out. So while the camera was cooling down, I marked each one of the capacitors with a purple Sharpie, and we're going to work on getting those removed. So I'm going to use some IPA, 99%. We're going to clean off all of those points, and we'll work on desoldering them. So my camera overheated again, but I went ahead and switched out all of these caps. This one was the worst of all of them. It's still turned on, but it's just a matter of time before these all went bad. So we replaced this one, all of these, and these 4. So should be good to go now. I do want to make sure that it's important that I point out one of the mistakes I made. When I was trying to get my heat right, I accidentally burnt this pad. This board was soaking up a bunch of heat and I couldn't get the solder to melt, but either way, just jumped it to another common negative or ground, and it shouldn't be a problem. So, but yeah, all of them were replaced. So let's clean up this thermal paste. We're gonna try IPA. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. On this old compound, if it's really heated up bad, it like burns and doesn't come off well. But I think we're gonna be okay here. Alright, we're going to put the console to the side and work on the disk drive. Oh no. Actually, let me get rid of all these capacitors. So on this disk drive, we're just going to replace the belt. As they age, they get really stiff and egg-shaped, and they usually don't work, hence why the drive gets stuck. That's cool. These Vias look really cool. The other ones aren't like blue like that, neon. I think this is probably the oldest console I've worked on. Let's see, it's this guy. Actually, don't they have a wheel in the front? They do. I forgot about these older drives. No, where did that come from? This plastic's brittle. Yeah, so they get egg-shaped like that. And that's why they get stuck. They're just, the plastic or the rubber's harder and they can't turn. So let's grab a new one. So new ones are not egg-shaped like that. So I put it around the first one, then I spin it around, and it goes on. Go back and forth, and it aligns itself. Okay. We're not going to mess with the laser. It's clean enough inside here. I'm not worried about it. Okay, before we put this back together, we're going to give it a quick test. Oh, gotta plug in the converter. And there's those capacitors that we replaced. And that beautiful Blades dashboard. Okay, disk drive. Opens up. I really hope this game doesn't ask for an update. Sorry, my dog's going off in the background. Okay, disk drive is working. Okay, let's fix this hard drive. Actually, it's an extra loader. I'm not one to really care about warranty labels. This is just for the personal collection. So, sorry if that triggers anybody. Okay, one important thing to do when you take apart these hard drives is leave these 4 screws loose and plug it into the top of the console. Sometimes the port on it gets misaligned, so you want to make sure it's aligned before you tighten everything down. I really shouldn't have plugged that in while it was still on, but it happened. Okay, let's turn this on. Let's see if the hard drive repair was successful. We have the Xbox 360 controller that came with it on the same batteries 17 or 18 years later. Okay, let's put this game in there. I really hope it doesn't try to force an update. Don't select profile. No, do not update. Well, darn. It reads the discs, but I do not have an old enough game to keep it from updating. But there you go. There's fixing the issues with the old Xbox 360. Well, new old. Thanks for watching. That's right, PlayStation. Give me 1 second, we'll get that set up. So regarding the PlayStation 3 giveaway, subscribe, let us know if you're interested in this. I came across about 7 of these backwards compatible PS3s. Some are the EO one, which doesn't have the Emotion engine, but most of them do. But yeah, we're going to be releasing a video of refurbishing these, and we're going to give one away to a lucky subscriber. So thank you for being engaged. We're at about 100 subscribers. And yeah, I wanted to do something nice for you guys. But yeah, thank you for watching.